All right, good evening, folks. Adam Wason, Public Works Director for the City of Bloomington. It is September 23rd, 2025, 5:31 p.m. We're here in City Council chambers.
Are we recording? Did I miss that?
We are. It just, for some reason, will not come over. I couldn't get it to come over the sound. But yes, it is recording.
All right. So it's September 23rd, 2025. This is the regular session of the Board of Public Works for this evening. On the agenda that's posted online, there is a Zoom link with a meeting ID and a passcode for any members of the public that would like to join virtually. And as of right now, we have no members of public on the Zoom meeting. So I will turn it over to Board President Kyla Cox-Deckard, and we'll get started.
I call to order this regular meeting of the Board of Public Works this Tuesday, September 23rd of 2025. First on our agenda, we have opening of bids, but I believe we've completed the openings as of the work session. There might be an update, it looks like, later on in this meeting, but we don't have any further bids to open at this time. Next is messages from board members. Do we have any messages from the board this evening? All right. Next, we have petitions and remonstrances. This is an opportunity for public comment on something that is not on our agenda this evening. So if any members of the public would like to make a public comment on something not on our agenda, now is the opportunity to do so. If you've joined us on Zoom, you can use the raised hand function or the chat function. And if you are here in person, you can approach the microphone.
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none. Next, we have the consent agenda. Under the consent agenda, we have updated contract with Tool Design for the Rogers-Madison-Kinzer Corridor Study, Resolution 2025-071, Mobile Vendor Los Reyes, Reyes Tacos, Truck 1, Resolution 2025-073, Mobile Vendor Los Reyes, Reyes Tacos, Truck 2, Outdoor lighting service agreement with Duke Energy for West 3rd Street between South Buckner Street and South Fairview Street. Outdoor lighting service agreement with Duke Energy for West Fountain Drive and North Adams Street. Outdoor lighting service agreement with Duke Energy for South Walker between West 1st Street and West 2nd Street. Outdoor lighting service agreement with Duke Energy for West 9th Street between North Elm Street and North Fairview Street. Outdoor lighting service agreement with Duke Energy for West 16th Street and North Monroe Street, and payroll. Do we have any items that need to be removed from the consent agenda this evening? All right. Do we have any public comment on anything within the consent agenda this evening?
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none, is there a motion?
I move that we approve the consent agenda for today's meeting of September 23rd, 2025.
Second.
All right, I will call the roll. Carone?
Aye.
Roach?
Aye.
Cox-Deckard, aye. Motion passes. Next, we have new business. First, under new business.
Madam President, if I
sure.
may, could I ask that we move one item up to the top of new business today? We've
Yeah.
got a staff member I'd like to be able to get on his way. Can we move number 7, contract with American Structure Point for planning, to the first item by chance?
We can do that.
Perfect, thank you.
Let's call forward contract with American Structure Point for planning.
Hello, David Hiddle. I'm the director of the Department of Planning and Transportation, and we have put together received a proposal from American Structure Point, which we've are hoping to be able to accept, wherein they will conduct probably a 6-month plus study on our development services review processes. So that's the way that we take in and review permits, all different kinds of permits, and anything having to do with development in the city. We're the lead as the Department of Planning and Transportation. We're doing it very much in tandem with City of Bloomington Utilities. We sort of engage and intersect in a lot of points in our review of permits. And then tangentially, Public Works will be involved, Engineering Department, HAND will be involved, anybody that sort of touches our review processes. They are a bit more complicated than they need to be. There are more bottlenecks and I think redundancies than there need to be. It is a very complicated process, and we've never really looked comprehensively at best practices So we've enlisted an engineering and planning firm that has worked all over the country and is accustomed to doing this kind of work to help us review and make improvements to our processes. And then at the tail end of it, for 2 to 3 months afterwards, they are going to be available essentially on call to help us in implementing their recommendations. So if ideas that they had were not able to put into place effectively, they'll be able to come back and help us do that. So that's what you have in front of you.
Questions from the board on this item?
More out of curiosity, is this process, this contract, going to be an internal-only review, or will there be opportunities for members of the public to comment on the process?
During the process, there will be outreach specifically to the development community. There'll be focus groups with engineers, surveyors, builders, developers, the people who are kind of our frequent filers, who are intimately familiar with our faults and flaws. I don't know that there's going to be an opportunity for the general public to comment. There will be presentations in front of the Plan Commission at the beginning and the end, which will, of course, be in a public hearing. But that would probably be the opportunity for non-targeted comment.
Thank you.
Other comments from the board? Questions? I would just say I'm looking forward to this process, and I think that this is a great opportunity for the city to serve the residents in this way. So appreciate this coming forward.
Thank you.
All right. Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none, is there a motion?
I move that we approve the contract with American Structure Point for planning.
Second?
All right. I will call the roll. Carone?
Aye.
Roach?
Aye.
Cox Deckard? Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next on our agenda is acceptance of public improvement bond for Baxter Village.
Hi, Maria McCormick from Engineering. This is a request to accept the public improvement bond for the Baxter Village subdivision that is going in at 4415 East Moores Pike.
Questions from the board on this item? Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none, is there a motion?
I move that we approve the acceptance or accept the public improvement bond for Baxter Village.
Second?
All right, I will call the roll. Carone?
Aye.
Roach?
Aye.
Cox Deckard? Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next, we have approved lane and sidewalk closures and fee waiver for Duke Energy on West 2nd Street.
Adam Wason on behalf of Kyle Baugh. Kyle can answer any questions. He's in the room as needed. You going?
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
We'll give her a good test here.
Okay.
Hopefully she doesn't have any public comment. Yeah, so Duke Energy is requesting lane shifts and sidewalk closures along West 2nd Street from November 3rd, or sorry, within the time frame of November 3rd to December 12th of this year. So this work, it would be taking place from Walker to Rogers, and it's part of the West 2nd modernization project. As part of this permit release, they have been asked to notify all the affected adjacent property owners. Bloomington Transit and Emergency Services, Emergency Services and MCCSC will be notified via the En-ROADS system. And happy to take any questions.
We talked a little bit in the work session about the fee waiver. This is a request that's coming related to a city project, and so that's why the fee waiver
so sorry, yeah,
was
so very
coming before
standard
that.
whenever we're asking them to move something like this. We don't want them to incur any additional costs, especially if it hinders the project. So.
All right. Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none, is there a motion?
I move that we approve the lane and sidewalk closures and fee waiver for Duke Energy on West 2nd Street.
Second.
All right, I will call the roll. Crone.
Aye.
Roach.
Aye.
Cox Deckard, aye. Motion passes. Thanks. Thank you. Next up, we have addendum to contract with Weddle Brothers for City Hall renovations.
Good evening, Adam Wason on behalf of JD Boroff, our facilities director. So we did some major renovations to several of the offices in City Hall this year to try to accommodate staff needs in both the legal and HR departments. We did that contract with Weddle Brothers in the original amount of $166,000. After the entire project was completed, we had $11,760 in change orders. There was some change orders relating to the assistance of disassembling some of the cubicles and moving those that weren't part of the original scope. We had some additional painting and electrical work in the legal department, and then we had identified a need for an additional fire alarm in the HR suite. So total contract now is $177,760, and we have some staff members that are really thrilled with their new spaces, so that's good news too.
Very good. Thank you. Questions from the board on this item? Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom.
Seeing none, do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the addendum to the contract with Weddle Brothers for City Hall renovations.
Second.
All right, I will call the roll. Crone.
Aye.
Roach.
Aye.
Cox Deckard, aye. Motion passes.
For these next.
Next, we have change order number 1 to contract with Woods Electric for Fire Station 3 renovations.
So I think we're going to have three very similar ones right in a row. And this is a contract amendment, and it extends the contract dates for Wood Electric contracting for the renovation at Fire Station 3. This is for 2 weeks and 3 days, and this was due to some issues with obtaining permits for the new electrical service in the timeline that we first expected. So this will extend it to a substantial completion that was September 12th of 2025.
Thank you. Questions on this item from the board? Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none, do we have a motion?
I move that we approve change order number 1 to the contract with Woods Electric for Fire Station 3 renovations.
Second.
All right, I will call the roll. Crone.
Aye.
Roach.
Aye.
Cox Deckard, aye. Motion passes. Next, we have change order number 1 to contract with Building Associates for Fire Station 3 renovations.
All right, same exact thing, but this is for a different contractor, Building Associates. Just extending their contract date to that September 12th, 2025 as well. That's an extension of 2 weeks and 3 days due to same issue with the last one with Woods Electric, and ask for your approval.
Any questions on this item? Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom.
All right. Seeing none, is there a motion?
I move that we approve change order number 1 to the contract with Building Associates for Fire Station 3 renovations.
Second.
All right, I will call the roll. Crone.
Aye.
Roach.
Aye.
Cox Deckard, aye. Motion passes. Next is change order number 1 to contract with Commercial Services for Fire Station 3 renovations.
Trying not to sound like a broken record, but like the last two, this is just extending the contract date for 2 weeks and 3 days with a final substantial completion date of September 12th, 2025 for Commercial Services on the Fire Station 3 project.
Thank you. Questions on this item? Any public comments on this item?
None on Zoom, but I would like to state, I know that we discussed yesterday at the work session the difference between the change order and the contract amendment. The staff reports do still say amendment, but since we're signing the change order and not an actual amendment created by the city, we did title them differently to be read into the record as a change order for you.
Thank you. I don't remember if I called for public comment, but I'm guessing we might have very thin public on hand.
Lucy?
It's her
None
moment.
on Zoom either.
Oh, okay. All right, seeing none, is there a motion?
I move that we approve change order number 1 to the contract with Commercial Services for Fire Station 3 renovations.
Second?
All right, I will call the roll. Corone?
Aye.
Roach?
Aye.
Cox-Deckard, aye. Motion passes. Next up, we have staff reports and other business.
What's this one? Is that other business? Oh, okay, sorry. All right, so just a correction from yesterday's bid opening with the downtown paving projects. There was a couple discrepancies identified in the recorded bid amounts. The total bid amount recorded for bidders incorrectly included unit pricing items that were not part of the lump sum scope of the project. So it resulted in some inflated bid totals that do not reflect what we were seeking there. So this document and report corrects that official reading. So the correct amount for E&B Paving LLC for the downtown paving project would be $425,250 with the unit pricing removed. And for Milestone Contractors, $572,857.50 with the unit pricing removed. We've let the bidders know of this, and it just ensures consistency with the bid documents, which specify a lump sum format. So just reading that into the record for everyone. Some other staff reports. Busy days in Bloomington, record weekend in Bloomington in a lot of ways. Everything downtown was pretty much sold out. Big day up at the stadium with the Illinois game. Called in extra public works staff from time to time for different things, just responding to the large crowds. Had Kirkwood really looking good and cleaned up, but just recognizing that we've got several more big weekends coming ahead. We've got a couple away games, and then we've got homecoming on October 18th, so we're really working with our partners over in athletics and at the university to really make sure all of those experiences are the best they can be. One other big note that also involves our partners over at IU Athletics and with the university. We've got the big October 2nd event down on Kirkwood with IU Athletics for the men's and women's basketball. It's not a kickoff,
like a-
launch to the season, something similar to what Hoosier Hysteria used to be. We've been reviewing those site plans further with all of our public safety partners, and we are actually going to approve a staff level closure of Dunn Street for the duration of the event and a few hours leading up to and after the event. So with the way this is set up and expected crowds and the attention it's getting, we just didn't find any way that we could keep Dunn open to traffic with public safety in mind. So we're going to do a detour at 7th in either direction. A soft closure at 6th with barricades, a closure with the bollards on Dunn, right near Hartzell's Ice Cream. Those bollards are actually set back closer to the alley behind the Von Lee and the bike shop there. So that'll be the hard closure, and that'll be for the duration of the event and during teardown as well. Just didn't have, we felt that was a very much prudent thing to do. So that is next Thursday night, next Thursday. Oh, wow. September's already almost over. So yeah, next Thursday, October 2nd, downtown on Kirkwood. Should be a lively evening celebrating our friends with Indiana men's and women's basketball. So.
Will Dunn be closed south of Kirkwood at all?
Yes, yes, it'll be closed. It's one way there.
Yes.
And we'll have barricades back at like 4th Street too, so people aren't making the wrong way turn down Dunn as
So
well.
essentially Dunn is closed between 6th and 4th.
Yes,
Great.
sorry. I should have been more specific there, yes.
Thank you.
The alleys and some things will accommodate some deliveries, but we'll be restricting any traffic on Dunn there.
Do you have approximate times?
We're going to try to make sure we get the office staff out by 5 o'clock and such. That's why we're doing the soft closure as well and keeping access to the alley behind the Von Lee and such. Folks will still be able to get out and head north on Indiana, or I think they're going to probably push for about 4 or 5 o'clock on the Dunn closure. So, but yeah.
Thank you.
trying some new stuff down on Kirkwood, and we'll, just big shout out to all the public safety partners, both IUPD and BPD. They got in a room again today to just really review the plans, and this was a joint decision. Working very closely with IU Athletics and their events team on with their private security and IUPD staffing the event. And it could be a very lively night, so we're excited and look forward to it. And yeah. Other than that, last thing, staff report wise, we've had a lot of attention on the railing project near the convention center there. I am happy to finally report we had crews on site yesterday after they got rained out, we had crews on site today after being rained out yesterday. There was another product delay that we took to the highest levels of our contracted partners and their suppliers, and they finally got everything delivered and are starting that work. So we're hopeful to see that back in, that ramp back accessible to the public here within the next few weeks or so. So good news there. It's been a long awaited project. And then last but not least, we will have updates on our elevator projects. The Walnut Street elevator should be fully functional at this point in time, and the Morton Street Garage elevator should be coming online in a few weeks after many, many months of delays with our contractor on that one. So we'll get a full report back to the board on those here in the coming weeks. Otherwise, that's all I've got. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? All right, next up is approval of claims. Are there any questions on the claims this evening? Okay. Do we have any public comments on claims?
None on Zoom.
Is there a motion on the claims?
I move that we approve claims this evening in the amount of $3,173,754.85.
Second?
All right, I will call the roll. Corone?
Aye.
Roach?
Aye.
Cox-Deckard, aye. Motion passes. And seeing as we have nothing else on our agenda, I will call for adjournment.